Terrific. Yes. Uh-huh. So he doesn't have one from us? Did he not get one from us? Right. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'll go take a look at it in just a little while and do any retouching that's necessary and send it over to him. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? Okay. I'm sorry. So I will be able to look at it in about a half hour or so, and I'll do any retouching that's necessary, and I'll send it over to him this afternoon. Okay. The suit.
All right. Hello. Welcome to today's live demo, Managing Digital Downloads. My name is Michelle. We are going to go over how to manage your digital downloads within your galleries for free and prepaid delivery, but also how to watermark your images and how to set a digital product. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to share my screen and you guys can follow along. If you do have an account with us and you want to follow along in your own account, please do so. I will answer questions as we go, but if you do have questions, go ahead and put those in the chat and then we can have a quick Q&A at the end. All right, again, thank you for joining me. I'm going to share my screen. If you can't hear me or you don't see my screen when I share it, please let me know. All right, so you should see the admin area here. I have a list of all of my galleries. And so at this point, you should have created an event already. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and edit an event that I already have set up here. All right. Now just take me a second to get that up here. All right. So within your event dashboard, what we're going to do is go ahead and go to our client gallery. Let me just make sure that I didn't miss a chat. Okay, very good. All right, so within the event here under client gallery, what I'm going to share with you is where you can locate the digital download setting when you're creating a digital download for free or prepaid delivery. So under the setting under client gallery, you're going to click on digital downloads. And then right here, typically the default is to have that turned off. And so you're going to want to toggle on allow free image downloads. Okay. And when you do that, it gives you a whole nother set of options. So you have image resolution options, web resolution, or original. And if you see this little question mark there, you can just click on it and it gives you additional information for web resolution and the original resolution. The web resolution is 1,000 pixels on the longest side, and then the original is the same resolution that you uploaded to this gallery. It does have smart compression for faster transfer. One thing to keep in mind, if you upload a low resolution file and you're choosing original resolution, it's going to be that same original resolution that you uploaded to us. All right, and then we did mention that we were briefly going to talk about watermarking your digital files. So if you want to add a web resolution watermark, then you'll want to make sure that that's toggled on so that, you know, originally it says turn off watermark. So low resolution downloads that include removal of a watermark will experience a 2-second image delay. So you want to keep that in mind. All right. And then it gives you additional information as far as the compression. So if you have any questions there, that is available for you to read over. And then it goes a little bit further as to give you the option to deliver a personal use license, a commercial use license that we have created, or you can create a custom license. So you would just add that here by clicking add license, choose your file and upload it. All right. Any questions about licensing or that part of it? Okay. All right. So then to give you further options, and this is all your control. You know, we try to make it as simple as possible, but still give you as much control. And with that, we do allow categories to be enabled within the delivery of those free or prepaid galleries. Now, one of them would be an example. If you create a gallery with multiple categories, you can simply go in and edit and select which categories you want to be available for downloads. In an instance like this, maybe you want to still offer them the ability to purchase other images that they didn't prior. And so they prepaid you for 25 images. Well, you want to put those 25 images in a category and they can only download those images within that category. And I hope that makes sense. And a lot of times that is used for, you know, weddings or for commercial work. Maybe the HR director has access to those images, but the employees do not. So that's one option. All right, so moving further, if you've gone as far as require a pen, you toggle that on. And what that does is it gives you more restrictions and control over the downloads. So we generate a pen for you, and you can only require the pen for original resolution downloads and not necessarily for the web resolution. That's up to you. But we also allow you to restrict by email. So only those people who have that log into the gallery with that email will even see the download option. Okay, so that's important to recognize. So maybe you're delivering it to, let's just say, a high school senior or the bride and groom. Only they will be able to see the download button because they logged in with that specific email. Anyone else won't even see the download button. They would have to purchase those through the cart if that was a product that you offered. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And then we also give you additional setting with file limits. So if you are only offering, let's say 25 images free, or they prepaid you for 25, another use case would be an IPS session and they ordered a package that included digital files in addition to products and wall art. And you wanted to deliver the images, the downloads, and also get second sales. You have that option. They only paid you for 25. They're going to have to pay you for the 26th image. Okay. And you can also limit the usage of the pen. All right. It looks like we have a quick question. Beth's like, cool. Yes. I'm always hoping we're cool, Beth. That makes up for some of the other things we've been experiencing this week. Okay, so that is the additional settings. And if you look right here, we always have a little help menu. So you can click on that. And if you want to know additional information or another subject, all you have to do is type that in there and all of our support docs will pop up right there on the fly. All right, so once you've done that, I'm going to go ahead and just put my email in here so that we can see how that works. All right, so my PIN, I want to remember, is 9113. And so something else we want to talk about too, and I'll go over and I'll show you here in just a moment how this PIN is delivered to your customer. I'll do that here in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and change my license. And then you always want to save that. Okay, going back to the client gallery. All right. Now, when you are ready and you've published the event, I'm going to go ahead and extend this here where it's expired. So when you go ahead and share this option with your customer, you're going to go to share, schedule, and then I'm going to go ahead and customize the email, because with that, I can include in my email the free digital download pen. Okay, so you want to make sure that's toggled on when you're customizing that. All right, and you can save it as a template, but in that case, I am not going to save it as a template. That's another topic. So I'm going to hit save. So I've included the pen. So if you look right there, it says download pen 9133. So your client will get that information. All right, so now I'm going to share with M. Keenan at n-v.com. Send, include, yes, okay. All right, so when I get that email, I'm going to have that pen and the login information needed to access that gallery. Okay, so before we access the gallery, I want to show you really quick on the price list. And I know I'm going back, but I do want to show you, you're going to go to your price list manager. And if you go back to admin, price list manager, I'm going to quickly show you how to set up a digital product. Okay, so on your price list manager, whether you have a price list already set up or there's a default, I'm going to go ahead and click on default price list with products just so that you can see what that looks like. So we do have a category already preset for you. And I have a long list of options here. So digital downloads. All right. So if I wanted to, I can edit or I can add a digital product. So I'm going to add a digital product. And what this does is this allows you to custom set your resolution, or you can choose web or original. If you choose custom, it gives you a slider here. Now, remember, this is only for paid downloads on your price list. So you can set the size of the file there, the download type, where it's individual images or the whole entire gallery. And then you can custom name the product, and you can also put a price. Just pretend. And here is another place where you can add the watermark to your digital downloads. Some people like to, if it's just, a web resolution file that they're purchasing and you want to use that for marketing purposes, you can do that. Everybody kind of has their different use cases. All right. And then you can also put in a description of what that product is there. And then this is very important. We do give you the option for order review, because normally if you have a gallery set for automatic fulfillment, what happens is we will automatically generate a link for your customer to download those images. Okay, but if it's order review, we're going to pause the order, and it's going to allow you to make any adjustments to the images before delivery. All right, so that becomes a responsibility of you to make sure that that image is good to go. And then you can hit the fulfill through InView button within the order receipt, and we will generate a link and send that to your customer. It's just another way to pause it so that you could make additional adjustments. Now, if you're choosing to do color correction with us, we do have the prices here. You can uncheck that if you do your own color correction. And so now I'm going to go ahead and add this to the price list. All right, so now it is added to the price list, and I can hide any of these from the customer if I want, or apply any of these to the price list. All right, so once you're done with that, you want to make sure that you save the product that you just added. All right. And so now I'm going to go back to my gallery manager. And I'm going to share this with myself, the client gallery. So do we have any questions so far, basically on how to watermark, how to set up the digital product on the price list, and how to share that pin with your customer? Okay, so far we're good. That's awesome. You guys are great. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share this. I'm going to copy and paste this in my browser. So if you don't see it, please feel free to let me know. All right. So if you remember, I didn't restrict it by I did restrict it by email. So I'm going to log in with my email. And there we go. So if I go to download any of the images, what's going to happen is I am requested to enter a PIN. All right. So you can, because I logged in with that email address, I can either download the whole gallery. I can download the gallery from here, and I can also download individual images. All right. So if I hit the download button, I'm agreeing. And I'm going to do full resolution. It's asking me to enter the PIN. So it's just an extra way to have control over those. So now I can download those. Now what happens is if you download more than one image at a time, let's just say, for example, the whole gallery, what it's doing is it's creating a zip file. So wherever that will go on your computer to your download, sometimes people have it mapped to a certain folder on their computer. So that's where you would find that zip file. The same with your client, okay? All right, so I now have my downloads. We're good to go. I can access those. Now let's just say I've reached my limit and I want to go ahead and add additional downloads. So where's my digital products here? Did I not add that package? There we go, downloads. All right, so I'm going to add this to the cart. And I'm going to go ahead and view the cart, and I'm going to check out. And all right, continue. Place my order. So this is your client's journey. All right. So I can download directly from here because this was an automatic fulfillment order. So your client can download the digital files from their receipt directly. All right. It shows the order number, the event. Now, if you chose to have color correction, this can take a little bit extra time because we do have to send it through that color correction process. So here's the message, and we will notify them as soon as it's complete. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to our admin so that I can show you on the order receipt. So if it was a manual fulfillment or it was stuck on order review, what's going to happen is you are going to get an email notification of that order. And with that order, let me just see. This is the right order here. Download isn't on that one. Hold tight. Let me get to that invoice. I chose the wrong one. Okay. All right. It doesn't have it on there. The digital. Oh, here it is. So when you open up the event, and if it says order review, you have all of your products here. So you can download the image and do your additional retouching for that download and replace the image. So if you replace the image, you have these options here. And we've kind of covered this before. If you're not aware, you can replace the images within the order receipt. This item only, all items in this order, or all orders from this image gallery that have not yet been submitted to the lab. And so once you're done with that, what you would do is hit fulfill through InView. And with a digital product or any product for that matter, you select what item it is, and then you continue to check out as the wholesale buyer, which is the photographer, and we will generate a link and send that to your customer directly so they can download. Okay, so that's how that works. But what I want to do is the next thing we haven't talked about, let's just say the link has been delivered to your customer via directly or once you've hit the fulfill through InView button and that we've generated the link, where you're going to locate that information. I'm going to go back here. I want to browse more photos. I'm going to just order a download here. Download, add to cart. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add this so that you can see what that actually does. Okay, so here's my order number. All right. And let's just say your client calls in and says, you know what? I'm not really sure what I did with my link. I don't remember the email, or they waited too long. You can go into your resources right here, and you have this option for digital download management. So when you click on that, you can extend the download by copying and pasting the order number in here and hit reset, which it was an automatic one. So if it has to be manual fulfillment. So also, if you put the order number in here, you can hit request the link. And here's the link for the download. And you can go ahead and send that to your customer, and it'll regenerate that for them via an email as well. So that's where you have control over the download links for your customer. I hope that makes sense. All right, so let me make sure we've covered all our bases. We've talked about how to set up a digital product on the price list, how to access the customer's digital download link. We also talked about sharing the digital download pin via a custom email. And then we also talked about how to watermark the emails and how to set up the digital downloads for free and prepaid delivery with the galleries. The one thing we did not talk about is presets. If you know that you're always going to offer your customer free or prepaid digital files, you can set that up as a preset. And that is going to be, let me get out of here. It's going to be in your gallery manager under presets. And you have your gallery settings here. So you can create a preset for your client gallery, give it a name, and you could just call it downloads. And so when you go to the digital download option, you want to include this in your preset, you can toggle that on, and it gives you all of those setting options. So if you know it's always going to be a personal license, and if you always want to require pen, so all of those settings are there, so you can include that in your preset, and that'll just help speed things up. A nice use case would be for seniors. So if you know that they're always going to have, web resolution or social media downloads, you can include that in the preset as well. All right, so we've talked about all those things. If you guys don't have any questions on that, I'm going to turn on my camera and say goodbye. Is there any other questions regarding the digital download management?
No, thank you.
You're welcome. Well, let me turn my camera on so I can at least say hi really quick. All right. Can you see me okay?
Yeah,
There you are. Hey, Deb. Good to see you.
you too. I'm going to focus on this month to get mine up and running.
Very good. Well, please
Crazy.
reach out if you have questions or you need help with that.
I will, because I'm going to go back to the initial email and say, well, where do I start?
Well, there will
But I'll
be
start
there will be a replay of this. And if you go to our YouTube channel, you should be able to find some past ones. I know sometimes we do a lot of the same topics or features because it's something that, hey, pretty lady, good to
I just
see
figured out how
you.
to do that. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, that's okay. But there is a replay for those. You know, anytime you're looking for something, you know, and we always have new people coming in, or maybe someone didn't actually know that that option was available, right? So we try to cover those bases quickly over lunch and
Okay.
yeah, so feel free.
Awesome.
But
I look forward to it. Thank you.
absolutely. And if there's anything you guys want to learn about that you want to share, I know there is our private Facebook group also. So if you're not included in that, go ahead and request to join. I know sometimes it might take a little while for us to get those okayed, but we have our replays in there. We also have additional information on what's coming next, but we also want to hear from you as far as what you want to learn more about. And also if there's any issues going on, we want to hear that as well in there. Oh my goodness, we have a baby. Hello.
Oh, cute.
Ah, there's a baby.
Oh, and
Beth?
Hi, everyone.
That's so sweet. And Beth, you're going to be a grandma.
I'm
And
gonna
so-
be a grandma.
No
I
way.
was planning the baby shower earlier. We have a little time. August is coming.
Oh,
goodness, that's so
Congrats.
exciting. Well, very good. Well, I hope that everybody is doing well on this Monday. And we will continue our regular scheduled demos next Wednesday. And so we'll share the topic and when that time comes. And so be on the lookout for that. In the meantime, I certainly appreciate all of you and thank you for joining. I wasn't sure how many was going to come today since we had to reschedule. So I'm glad to see your
No worries.
faces.
Look forward to it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. You guys
Take
have a
care.
wonderful
Thanks.
day. Have a good
Bye.
week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.